Most amazing moments between celebrities and fans. Celebrities are people too, and sometimes they do things for others that happen to get everyone right in the feels. Here, we'll look at some of the times the rich and famous were not only cool, but selfless and thoughtful too. From singers to actors to wrestlers and beyond. This is Most Amazing Moments Between Celebrities and Fans. Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth. It made headlines when Taylor Swift visited Lady Cilento Children's Hospital in Australia, and a few weeks later, headlines were made again when Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston did the same. Coincidentally, Swift is Hiddleston's ex, and the two decided to visit and do their part just weeks apart. Thor and Loki got into character to hang out with some big Marvel fans who were in the hospital, including around 80 children who were more than excited to see them. What a big move by some larger-than-life superheroes. Sometimes it takes just one small act of kindness to make somebody's day. Britney Spears. Spears did something pretty cool for a good cause back in 2016. She decided she would allow people to donate $10 toward helping people in Louisiana after floods ravaged the area, and in return, they'd get 2 chances to win some pretty cool prizes. One person would win the outfit she wore to the 2016 VMAs, and another person would get to meet her in New York City at the show. It was her way of contributing and giving back to those in need, and we've got to say that it's pretty cool that she even thought about doing it. Chris Hemsworth. We already mentioned the jacked Australian who plays Thor, but he's apparently a great guy. So here he is again. Good old Chris lost his wallet in 2016, and he rewarded the kid who found it with some pretty crazy stuff with the help of Ellen DeGeneres. The 17-year-old, Tristan Budson Barker, found Hemsworth's wallet and returned it to him without taking a single thing, proving he's one of the more honest teenagers out there. This act of awesomeness earned him a trip to the Ellen DeGeneres show, where he and Hemsworth sat side by side on stage. The movie star ended up giving Budson Barker a thick stack of cash for his honesty, and Ellen agreed to pay for his college tuition. This just goes to show that there really are some kind and caring celebrities out there, and Hemsworth and DeGeneres are shining examples. Zac Efron. It's not always advisable to go running after and chasing down your favorite stars, because you're not quite sure how they're going to react. But one guy tried to catch up to Zac Efron so that he could get a picture with the star for Snapchat, and that's when he dropped his phone. The phone hit the ground so hard that it was smashed, and while he was disappointed, this story has a happy ending. Efron was amused with the attempt, and also has an admiration for his fans, so he offered to buy the guy a brand new phone to replace the one he'd lost. The moral of the story is to be careful with your personal property when chasing down stars, although you may get lucky and have someone like Efron go above and beyond for you to fix it. The Rock. It's pretty well known that The Rock is more than just a movie star. He's performed many acts of kindness that show us just how big a heart this giant teddy bear has. In particular, there was one time where he invited a terminally ill boy who was a huge fan of Mr. Dwayne Johnson to visit him on set of his movie Baywatch to hang out and have some fun. Tater, the boy, was welcomed by Johnson and the rest of the cast, and the star even congratulated the kid on his overwhelming bravery. He's done similar things in the past, and just last year, he invited a 10-year-old boy who saved his little brother from drowning to the set of his movie Skyscraper to meet and thank him. The boy claimed it was Johnson himself who inspired the rescue, saying he remembered the actor doing a similar thing in his movie San Andreas. What a cool story. Niall Horan. Before he was set to appear on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon, Niall Horan learned that fans had been lining up and waiting to see him on the show all night long. So, Horan went out and attempted to find a Starbucks to treat his faithful fans to some hot chocolate to warm their spirits a bit. His journey for hot cocoa took him to 3 separate Starbucks to find one that was open 24 hours, and he finally found it and hand-delivered the cocoa to the waiting. He also took a bunch of photos with and chatted up those who were waiting to see him on the show, and proved that he's an all-around good guy. Kendall Jenner. While these people may or may not have known who Jenner is, she proved herself to be reasonably selfless a few Thanksgivings ago. It was Thanksgiving 2015, when the star was spotted handing out food to the homeless from a vehicle with friends. She and the unidentified friends provided sandwiches to those in need, and wrote on Twitter that she was thankful. Kendall has always seemed like the most grounded of the large Kardashian clan though, and her willingness to help others on a day when many have nowhere to go proves that she has her priorities straight in a world that can be so cold. We've got to say, More celebrities should do stuff like this. Kim and Kanye. While we're on the subject of the Kardashians, we feel it's worth mentioning Kim and Kanye's contributions. The two have donated money on more than one occasion to those in need, and back in 2015, they donated to a good cause and helped out many people. The charity, Souls for Souls, collects shoe donations and finds those less fortunate to give them to. And after Kim saw a story about a girl in Kansas trying to help out the charity, she decided she needed to take action. She tweeted that she and Kanye would be donating 1,000 pairs to the cause, and her tweets helped the girl, 17-year-old Amelia Flores, meet her goal of 1,000 pairs from other donors as well. Pretty cool move, Kimye. Justin Bieber. This singer is one of the more charitable stars around, and while he may often make headlines for other things he does in his life, he doesn't make them near enough for all the awesome things he does for fans. One time, Justin put on a surprise quinceañera for one of his fans who was too sick to have one the year before she turned 15. He attended and even brought a selection of dresses for her to pick from to wear for her party. He's given out presents galore and basically played Santa for a boys and girls club, bringing gifts to a screening of his film Believer that they were attending. He's made considerable donations to charities, and even cut off his hair for one once, and visits all kinds of fans in all sorts of circumstances all over the world. Whether you like him or not, the kid is generous, and he helps put smiles on the faces of many, be it through his music or the awesome things he does for people. Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. This is part coincidence, part miracle, all fantastic. Back in 2014, a group of young girls were performing a Beyonce song when it was their turn for karaoke, and guess who happened to walk in the door? Beyonce, the Queen Bee herself, and her Destiny's Child bandmate, Kelly Rowland. The two celebrities seized on their moment and went up and joined the girls in singing karaoke for a few songs, just because. And the video that came out of this happening was a hit. What a fantastic way to give back to your fans. Just surprise them singing one of your songs, then join them and blow them out of the water to remind them of who the Queen is. All hail B. Beyonce and Jay Z. While we're already talking about Beyonce, we figure we'd share another time the star made somebody's day with the help of her hubby, Jay Z. The two hit up a local church in their area in 2014 and happened upon a wedding, so they decided to stick around for a little bit to see what would happen. Before they knew it, they were getting their pictures taken with the bride and groom, who, in all honesty, didn't seem to mind one bit. Some of the best blessings you could get when newly married would no doubt be from Beyonce and Jay Z, so this lucky couple better live happily ever after. Eminem. Eminem may be known as a bad boy and a rapper that nobody wants to mess with, but did you know that when he wants to be, he can be a pretty good guy? Marshall Mathers loves his fans and sometimes does some excellent things for them, like the time he visited a young man who was terminally ill and only given 1 week to live by doctors. The 17-year-old, Gage Gargo, was a super fan of Mr. Slim Shady, and it was his dying wish to meet the star, so his family organized a Twitter campaign to get Eminem's attention. It worked, and he visited Gage for around 2 hours the day before the poor kid passed. A heck of a sad situation, but at least the rapper made that kid's dream come true. Taylor Swift. A young bride-to-be named Gina Gabrielle almost jokingly decided to invite T Swift to the various celebrations for her wedding. She could never have imagined that the star singer would actually make it out to any of it, nor would she have ever expected gifts. But the superfan was wrong, and Swift showed up to her bridal shower, gifts in hand, and made the day more memorable than it could have possibly been otherwise. We mean, sure, it's a bridal shower, and Gina would never have forgotten it anyway, but with Taylor showing up, nobody else will ever forget it either, and Gina has some serious bragging rights. We've seen some pretty cool moments between celebrities and their fans so far, and we still have one more to go. First, we'd like to ask you, what are some of your favorite celebrity moments between celebrities and fans? Anything that we've missed that we should keep in mind for a video in the future? We'd love to hear your favorites in the comments below. 1. Macklemore, Ryan Lewis, Madonna, Queen Latifah. This was just one massive, awesome event, and it all took place at the Grammy Awards back in 2014. Madonna joined Macklemore and Ryan Lewis on stage to perform the duo's hit song, Same Love, while Queen Latifah acted as a wedding officiant. Who was getting married, you might ask? 33 different couples exchanged rings, all at the same time. There were straight couples, there were gay couples, there were all kinds of couples, which helped to demonstrate the ideology behind the song. It was a groundbreaking event that the four superstars were all proud to take part in. The rap duo took home multiple awards at the show and helped to bring attention to something that needed to be discussed. If this video got you in the feels, do us a favor and leave a like. Subscribe to our channel below or by clicking on our logo right here so that you never miss out on any of our excellent uploads. And take a peek at this next video we're sure you're going to love as well.